Hello my little geese, welcome back to my channel. I am Shamily and today I'm gonna teach you how to build this watery neighborhood. And if you're interested in seeing more tutorials, let's play and other type of videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. And for the other people to see this tutorial, consider putting a thumbs up. It's super important and it really helps. Thank you! The first thing I did was to create my river mouth, so I knew where my stream were going. If you know me a bit, you know I like to limit my canvas. And then I also painted the spot for the first house because I wanted to be in between the two river mouths. And the same for a bridge. And as you can see, I could not count because a bridge is 3 tiles 8. Like if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, you have to have 3 tiles of water in height. But yeah, the bridge water is the easiest because it is straight and the rest is where the struggles start. So I'm not very good at explaining how I waterscape. And usually I don't even know what I'm doing myself and I just like go back and modify. But there are some techniques you could use. I'm very bad at using them. If you're doing like a canal or something a bit more citycore, then you might want to go for something very straight and lines and stuff like that. But here you want curves. So what you want is like to have some variation in the width, even if it's not super obvious like in here. And you want to have curves, like you can see my water is flowing in all directions. So that's what you want to have. Especially here is a special type because I want to have enough water, so it was like important for the eyes to catch like the house seems to be like built on water or something like that. So I wanted a big enough water stream, so not like a small river that is flowing. So that's why my stream is quite wide. And I did not have the room to go like crazy in all directions because I still want to be able to decorate. So I tried to be like kind of okay-ish. But yeah, otherwise you don't really want to have something that is too repetitive, and especially you don't want to have like straight lines of more than 3 tiles, I would say. I would say 3 is my maximum usually. And then what some people do, they trace the stream in like, okay, 2 tiles in line there, then a diagonal, another diagonal, and then 3 tiles in line. You know, I mean, I'm trying to invent something. And then they go and curve it. I, for myself, cannot work with that. So what I do is just, I try to work bit by bit. I know where I'm going, usually. At least in this case, I know where I'm going. And then I just add a tile and curve it as I go because I cannot picture how it is gonna look bit by bit. So I have to curve it at least a tiny bit as I'm going, as you can see, as I'm trying to do over here. And I'm trying to add, you know, interesting shapes and curves, so it is not repetitive. Like a straight diagonal is the same as a straight line. I don't know if what I'm saying makes any type of sense. But yeah, so this is something I'm trying to work on, is making like my shape be not predictable. This is it. Actually, when you're waterscaping, you don't want it to be predictable. And then I allow myself to not be perfect. I know some water stream could be more perfect. But first of all, you're gonna have houses that is like gonna distract the eye and also hide some of the stream. And second of all, in nature, nothing is perfect. So you're beautiful the way you are, and you're waterscaping as well. So nothing needs to be perfect. As I'm adding the houses, I kind of slept on it as well. This build took me a long time to build, by the way. I realized that some of the curves I had, they were not pleasing my eyes, so I went back and modified it. And I really like time traveled or slept on it, and with the house being added, I just came back to my build with the fresh eyes. And I also realized I wanted my house to be a bit closer to each other so that on the picture you could at least see there were 3 of them. And that changed a bit my curve. So that is why also tracing the houses in this case is like super important. And as you can see, I moved both of my houses, and it did not bother me at all because they were not placed, so I do not have to time travel more to spend more money or stuff like that. So these are my tips. Then I added bushes and trees and nature, and to kind of get started on the trees on the bottom part of the build, then I had to start placing my path, and for that I just use my flower dirt path that I started using for this island. It's gonna be my main path, but I'm not forgetting the Hop Hop Island. I will add them just a tiny bit later in the top part of the build. And I really want it to be natural and curvy, not really predictable. I mean, I want an island that is non-predictable. So I'm trying to add curves and also vary, like the same as the water. Like path placement and waterscaping is actually kind of similar, you know? if that helps you. But you want it to be like very not predictable for this type of path. You want like the width to vary, you want also curves. I don't know, it just, for me, nature is gonna follow my path. But of course, in a more realistic context, the path is usually adapted to nature. Like if you have a tree, you're not gonna chop down, at least in natural path, you're not gonna chop down the tree to go straight in line. Like if you're walking in a forest, you're gonna avoid the tree, not go straight. So the idea is like your path is gonna, flow and go in all directions because it's avoiding nature. In my case, I'm working the other way around because I know how to make my path flow. So then it's easier for me to know where I'm gonna place my natural part. But in the end, you understand what I mean? Like everything is like kind of connected. And then I'm trying to add this hop hop path, but oh my gosh, you can see I left part of the struggle for you to have a little bit of fun. But yeah, I was not able to aim. That reminds me the big old days when I started to do videos and I was like the most clumsiest person ever. I think I still am, but I'm just better at masking it. Tell me guys if you're also super clumsy when placing your path or just building in general. Like, do you also keep on missing your spot? And then I'm adding some more nature. I know, it's a little bit messy. I keep on changing mind, but now I'm sure the nature part is kind of over. I will add the flowers in the last bit of the video. I always add my flowers at last. So I'm starting to furnish with like some items that I find super springy. So I really wanted to have a cruise bag. This is my favorite item, I think. And then those little table with a little stool, super cute. And I wanted to incorporate more food. That's something I used to do a lot. And then I tend to forget now to add my food. And I don't know, I feel at lost when I don't have foods everywhere on my island. I swear I'm gonna do a food core island. And then of course some wheat fields and my famous duck, because why would be a duck core island without any ducks? That doesn't make any sense. And then I'm adding a windmill in the back of the build. I think it's taller than the trees, so it is super cute, and I really wanted to use way more windmill on this island. And then I honestly am obsessed with this little picnic blanket I am placing. It's so cute, and you're gonna be seeing like I added a little hat and a little shovel. Oh, I think it's like super cute. I don't know, that just like popped. Like, why? Maybe I saw it somewhere or something, but I don't remember. But it just like popped as like, oh, maybe I should try to place a shovel near the hat. And of course Pompon was like over here watching me work, and she was being a pain, but okay. Okay. And then I found this bread little design, and I thought it was so cute, so I keep on adding it everywhere into my build. But I was like, oh my gosh, the ducks can eat the bread, so it's perfect, it's perfect, and I actually really enjoy using it. And then near the hat I added some socks, like maybe somebody got rid of the socks to just put their little feet in the water, you know. And then I wanted to have some designs below the bridge over there, but apparently not working, so I did my best and I added a string party light. I think that's how it's called, I never know. But in the end, this is one of my favorite items. I use it on all of my islands since this item exists, and I love it so much. And then I also added some plants in pots. Anyway, I am gonna let you enjoy the rest of the build, and I will pop back later if I have more things to say. And this is one of my new obsession, is placing a Zen cushion and a cushion together. I think they look super cute together, and those two patterns, chef's kiss. The little rubber suitcase is also something I really love seeing. Oh my gosh, I really am obsessed with this little picnic thingy. And then I wanted to have some little tables and chairs so you could sit in between neighbors and like enjoy. And I added some cupcakes you're gonna see in a second. I'm also adding the bread design that I told you just about before, and a little duck near it. So I just wanted like to show it as like somebody is feeding the duck with some kind of bread, and I think the cupcakes are way cuter than the bread item in the game. Also, I wanted to have like a bird bath because I think it's like super cute for the ducks. I mean, it's really oriented for birds on this island, so you know, that was my idea. Then I'm gonna be placing flowers all over the place. Flowers, weeds, glowing moss, you know how addicted I am to glowing moss. So all of that, and I will also add some more in the little island I created behind the, I think it's Gloria's home, I'm not sure now. And also really obsessed with the Cosmos shower. Always see it in islands and then I never think of using it myself, so I made a point that I wanted to have at least one on this island, and did the thing done. Yeah, check. I'm gonna see towards the end of the video, but I also have a new design that is like a little nest, and then I added those Easter eggs, like the bunny eggs that I found. I just went for the colors I like the best, like the blue and green tones, but you could go for anything, but they fit perfectly. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it so much, so probably in next video I will try to like focus on it, but oh my gosh, it looks perfect. So strongly advised to take in that design and combining it with the eggs, because this is just so adorable. And honestly, I really do enjoy the codes I found for this island. They are just cute. I'm obsessed with any codes, you guys. Like, creators are just the best. Anyway, with this fangirling, we're reaching the end of the video. This is the last area I am decorating, so I'm gonna let you go already and let you enjoy the end of the video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any of my future videos, and put a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the build, if you enjoy anything, because it lets other people see this video and it really does help with my channel. So thank you so much for this in advance, and see you in the next video. Bye bye bye.